big fan of Peasant Knives. These sheaths I made myself, you don't get them with the knives. This one is a Higo knife. It's a Higo knife. Higo Nakami is the recognised original manufacturer, goes back to the late 1800s. There's only a handful of smiths. There was a guild of sort of like blade knife makers, sword makers at the time, and like I said, the license was only granted to a few smiths. This one's actually a Higo Knifeu. It's still a Higo knife, still made by a smith that was part of that guild, but in the 60s, 1960s, he left to form his own company. Some say this is now made better than the Higo Nakami. I just bought it because it was available at the time. I might get a Higo Nakami just to compare it to the Higo Knifeu, but it's a lovely little pocket knife. It's UK EDC. It's only got a less than 3-inch blade. Folds, doesn't lock. It's just a straightforward friction folder. This is quite nice. It won't pop back and on your hand when you hold the little lever there. Very sharp, easy to sharpen. It's a high carbon blade, and you can see it's got a laminate. There is a harder core and a softer outer, so you've got a little bit of flexibility, not have to worry about it breaking, but the inner core is very hard. You get a very sharp edge on it. It's very thin, very small. It's just basically a wrap of copper, or was it brass? I think it's copper handle. Very simple, nothing to go wrong with it. The little slip I made is just, you don't have to worry about it, open up in your pocket. Next one is, it's actually a modified Opinel. Opinel, world famous French folding pocket knife. Same things. The design was for for peasants and farmers, and everyone sort of carry in their pocket. It was invented by Joseph Opinel in the 1890s. I've modified this one. It was a number 12, and it was also too big for UK EDC. I've cut down the blade to make it just under 3 inches, and I've removed the lock ring. If you look here, that's the unique lock ring. It's a Vera block lock ring, and the idea is that you just twist it and you'll lock the blade in place. But obviously, to be UK EDC, you can't lock the blade. It's another high carbon steel blade, and I've done a forced patina on it as well. I've shaped the handle a little bit, put an eyelet on it, and it's a very nice knife, and it does sharpen really easily. With high carbon blades you have to oil them, otherwise they rust. But with a bit of a forced patina, for some reason you don't tend to get the red rust on it. It seems to keep that at bay, but you still got to keep it oiled. The last peasant knife is a Svord, which is it's made in New Zealand. All these knives are like less than 20 quid each. Nice friction folder, high carbon steel blade again, very simple design. When it came out of the packet, the blade was very tight in there, so I just loosened the screws. And I also noticed that if you squished the back end, the wood would actually touch. So I put a little rubber washer in there just to sort of keep the wooden parts of the scale apart. This one's, there's no risk of this closing on your hand. Like I say, the way the friction folder's made, when you've actually got that in your hand, you can't close it. It's very secure there. You can see the blade, like I say, it's high carbon, but it's already got this sort of patina on it that came when I bought it. You can see it's oiled. So you have to keep all these high carbon blades oiled. Also, you'll notice I've actually cut out this section here. Once again, I wanted it to be UK EDC compliant folding pocket knife, blades 3 inches or less, that doesn't lock. This actual cutting is the actual cutting edge has to be 3 inches or less. The cutting edge was 3.2 inches. So I've just basically come back here. It's actually less than 3 inches. It's 2.8, just to give me a little bit of leeway, and that cutting edge is removed. That's not sharp. Okay, so the cutting edge is less than 3 inches. So I'm going to make a little leather slit for it. Just the main reason, because there's no lock mechanism. I just wouldn't want these opening up in a bag or anything, and also it just keeps the moisture off as well. So that's the 3 friction folding pocket knives I've got, traditional style. There are more on the market out there, but these 3 are my favourite. Okay, thanks for watching.